Hi, my name is Stas, and thanks for joining. I'm here with Andrea from River Island. Tell me a bit more about what you focus on.
So, we are a clothing company, and recently homeware too, and I'm here to show our new cloud-based order processing system.
Okay, looks really cool. Lots of things going on, lots of AWS action, but I thought maybe we can kind of start from the beginning. Could you tell me a bit more about this on-premise system and how you got to where you are at AWS?
Absolutely. So once upon a time, if you placed a new order on the web, that new order would be directly inserted into those on-premise databases on batch jobs to flat files. But recently, we've implemented this decoupling where we process this new order in the cloud.
Okay, nice. And so is new orders the only kind of thing you do, or do you have a couple examples for the type of services you've decoupled?
We've started out with decoupling new orders. For us, that was the enabler to do all these other functionalities. But since then, we've decoupled other smaller functionalities, the bigger of which payments. Now we capture and refund all payments through microservices in the cloud.
Okay. So let's imagine that I go to a website, I buy a shirt, and click next.
Great choice. That's going to create a new order event on the web, which will hit our API gateway endpoint. This will create a new event on our Kinesis stream. From there on, this will be handled by different step functions where we need more orchestration, or simple lambdas if we don't. And after bouncing between all of these, they will finally hit this ECS service. And this is tasked with the task of inserting the order in our Oracle databases on-premise.
Got it. And what type of steps do you have here?
We do some kind of validation, enrichment. We populate some data stores in the cloud. So we have our own cloud version of the state of an event on our RDS service. And then we also populate our data lake in the cloud in S3.
Okay. And so events ingested, step functions, Lambda. I'm just wondering, why do you have this bit here for ECS before you write to the database?
Yes. Working with serverless technologies, we found out that for us, we didn't really want to hook up the Lambdas directly connecting to the databases, because serverless can spin up lots of Lambdas. And since connection to a database are usually more expensive, we wanted to have more granular control of those. So we have an ECS service that sits in front of the Oracle databases and also our own RDS databases in the cloud. We can have better connection pooling with that. We can abstract away the data layer, so it just becomes a service, our Oracle database, which is exposed by our ECS cluster.
Okay, got it. And so we're looking at new orders coming in from the outside world, basically kind of going downstream to the database. Are there any examples for something that starts here and basically leverages AWS microservices?
Sure. As I said before, now we're handling payments. So these Oracle databases are connected to our physical warehouse. So whenever an order is dispatched, that will create an event. The Oracle database will hit our API gateway, which will in turn create a new event on our Kinesis stream, will be handled appropriately by step function and lambdas, and then we'll contact another service we have in the cloud, which is in charge of handling the payments, which will capture that payment or refund it, depending on the kind of event, and then we will notify the Oracle database through our ECS service once again that the transaction has been completed.
Okay, okay. I like it, really elegant. And so in terms of all these events coming into this Kinesis tier, how do you route different events into different tiers? How do you process them differently?
We have different Kinesis streams. At the moment, we have about 10 Kinesis streams, each for a different kind of event, and we have about 30 lambdas, each subscribed to the event they need to process, which do all kinds of business logic. The reason why we decided to have different Kinesis streams is because now we have granular ability to ascribe one lambda to only the events that it's actually going to be interested in. But that also allows to us have generic lambdas. For example, we have a lambda that is subscribed to every single Kinesis stream, whose job is to put those events into our S3 data lake.
Okay, got it, got it. And so, and everything that kind of just looks interesting is the fact that you have an on-premise Oracle database. I imagine you can use it for all sorts of data warehousing capabilities. But on the other side, you have S3 and Athena for more analytical queries, I imagine. Can you tell me a bit more about it?
Sure. One of the reasons why we went with this decoupling was because we had lots of important data from which we could extract important business insight, but we couldn't really get it on real time and of each single event. So right now we have, as I said before, every single event that hits any of this Kinesis stream will populate our S3 bucket, on top of which we're experimenting with Athena and also some third-party business insight analysis tools, and that allows us to have real-time real-time insight of everything that happens.
Got it. So you have like this panel of exactly
Absolutely. We've got everything.
So if I'll buy a shirt, you'll... Got it. It won't be missed. Sweet. So it looks really, really interesting. Just a general question, basically kind of what's next? Would you be thinking about taking this piece and maybe moving it to AWS as well?
Not in the near future, because this decoupling process allows us to be very granular of what we actually decouple, be very much in control. So, for example, payment, that was something that we wanted to decouple because it wasn't really supposed to be handled by those Oracle databases in the first place. So we can keep them, let them do what they're very good at, but slowly, functionality after functionality, bring it to the cloud where we have faster development time and more resilience, and we can expose all of those events to analyze.
Got it. Well, Andrea, this was really insightful. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And thank you for watching.